is there a kind of session I can take before I do hypnosis that will help me to prepare for hypnosis or to really see where I might want to work? And the answer is kind of a random yes. What I do as well, and have done it mostly as a hobby for most of my life, but in recent years I've started using it with clients because it's such a great tool, and that's the tarot. The tarot cards are an amazing tool for accessing um, different levels of the conscious, subconscious, and superconscious minds from my own intuitive perspective. And I read the cards, and through them, what comes out is basically a download of spiritual guidance that you can use to help you choose whether you need to do some hypnosis on certain areas, or, all of that aside, just where you might want to focus in your own life at the moment, where you might want to be going next. So the tarot, really, check that out. Have a look. malahypnotherapy.com/tarot. They're an amazing tool, and they've had a lot of flack. I'm not fortune telling. Please know that. I can't stand the charlatans of the tarot world that want to say, oh, your knight in shining armor is just around the corner. No, that's not what I'm doing here. I will read a few cards for each of the levels of the mind, from conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. So we'll get the soul level in there, and from that, the integration of those levels, what comes through is literally spiritual guidance. And the spiritual guidance that you receive from those is empowering in so many ways. So check that out as well. Another concern I hear a lot is, what if I can't be hypnotized? It's, I think, in my experience anyway, virtually impossible to not be hypnotized, because we live our lives, all of us, hypnotized. So this is just actually surrendering to it for a functional purpose. So you can drive a car, you can wake up and fall asleep, you can zone out, you can daydream. All of that is happening on very deep and subconscious levels, which basically means we're all living in a trance. And there's many different layers to that. So just, you can be hypnotized. The major thing is that you want to. You are willing to work on what you've come here to work on. The kind of person that will not get anything out of my sessions is the kind of person that's coming because their partner or parent or friend is paying for it and is making them come. And then they're just going along to go, well, see, I tried that and that doesn't work either. If that's kind of your attitude about it, please don't call me. I want to work with people who really want to evolve and grow and live better, more whole, true lives. If you want to find ultimate freedom inside of you, if you want to live your pure truth and purpose for being here, then yes, I want to work with you. And I'll work every bit as hard as you do to get your results for you. The next one that comes after that is, but my mind's far too busy. Well, that's okay. You probably need to take up a meditative practice. And yes, that's why you take up a meditative practice, to calm your mind. And with that, there is a need, if you like, to quieten the mind so you can hear the intelligence that's coming in. Because if your mind is super busy and you're buying into all of your thoughts and you're believing everything that you think, then you're probably feeling anxious and depressed and fearful. So you need to quieten your mind. There is a deeper wisdom within you that is seeking to come forward. And when you tune into that level of intelligence, the thoughts in your mind and the programming and the stories and the cycles and patterns that go around and around and around in there just won't affect you so much anymore. So if your mind is really super busy, just commit to doing the work and I'll help you through it. So a lot of people also ask, well, how can I best prepare for my sessions with you? And one of the best things you can do is take up a meditative practice. As you take up a meditative practice, you become more aware of the thoughts that you keep having and the patterns that occur. You become more aware of how Shakti is alive in your emotions and thoughts. And you develop the capacity to sit as the observer of Shiva. And when you can be the observer, then you can watch what's emerging, and you can start to see if it's the shadow or the enlightened part that's coming through. 9 times out of 10, when we first start this work, we are believing in our thoughts, we're believing in our emotions, and we're running with them, and we're letting them run us. The key is to actually notice how they're working, and then sink to a deeper level or rise to a higher level that allows us to go beneath it or above it. However you look at it, it's all the same. You want to just be at a different altitude from the thoughts that you keep having, because that's where the wisdom is. When you can actually go there, then in my chair, there is a deeper ability to receive information more quickly, and more profound information will come through. If you don't have a meditation practice, it really doesn't matter either, because as we work together, you'll probably develop the inclination to want one, because you'll learn tools as you work with me that will help you in your own home practice, and you'll start to be able to do what I do with you for yourself. And that's when it's really cool. My whole entire philosophy is to give you the tools that you need to empower yourself, so that your soul is in the driver's seat and you're living your purpose and you are firing from truth. That's my goal. A lot of people ask me, what kind of client do I prefer to work with? It's an interesting question. The people I like to work with are the ones that really want to help themselves. They're the ones that want to evolve and grow. They're the ones that want to understand their programming and conditioning, to understand their story of this lifetime and past lifetimes, and they want to transcend it and connect into the truth of who they really are, why they're really here, what they really came here to do. So if you're one of those people, it doesn't matter if your entry point is, I know that smoking is preventing me from living my soul purpose, or all this extra weight that I'm carrying is preventing me from feeling alive in the way that my soul wants me to. Can you please help me lose weight? Or I'm too skinny and I don't eat too much and I binge and purge. I don't want to do that anymore. It doesn't really matter where your entry point is. I'm anxious, I'm depressed, or I've been practicing yoga for a while now, and I'm starting to realize that I'm not who I thought I am, and I'm a little bit scared. Brilliant, beautiful. I feel really resistant. I don't want to live life anymore. I don't see the point. Beautiful. Bring it all in. Bring in your resistance. Bring in the fear. Bring it in. But above all, bring in the willingness to work with it all. If you're willing to work with it all, I would love to work with you.